Hello, everybody. Welcome to Pharmaceutical Soccer. I am so happy to have you here with us after a lovely mid-season friendly. Mid-season friendlies are so weird. Like, I get why they're doing it this week with Leagues Cup and everything going on, but it's still weird. Of course, Pharmaceutical Soccer here, Nashville SC podcast. I get distracted by my own thoughts. I'm here with Clay Trainum, Valair Shabilla. Did either of you go on Saturday to the friendly?
We talked about this last episode, but you clearly don't pay attention.
No, did you make it in time, Valair? You made it home early, so do not give me that shenanigans. You act like I don't know you personally. So you're gonna gaslight me in front of our audience, even though you did make it home in
what
time.
what did I say on the episode last week? I said
That
I was not gonna make it.
if you weren't home in time.
No, I never said that part. That part was sent in a confidential text message to you and a few other of our friends, and now you have said it to the world and broadcasted. And I
Did
believe on U.S. law, I have a case here. No, I have no idea. I did make it in time. I was very sleepy and didn't end up going. So this is all a long play to say that I failed the Nashville soccer community by not covering this game. But I wasn't going to make it in time initially, so then it kind of like really didn't happen. I did watch the game though, which I don't think a lot of people did. So there was that part to it. And just to clarify something my co-host here, Stephen, said in the beginning, this is Pharmaceutical Soccer Nashville soccer show, and not specifically Nashville SC show. Now we do talk about Nashville SC quite often, but this is a Nashville soccer show, not specifically to the Nashville Soccer Club. So yeah, I just want to clarify this show that we've been doing for 7 years that Steven, who's been hosting it for 7 years, still doesn't know about.
Are you still
Anyway,
tired,
so my
Valair?
weekend was great. I was in Atlanta all weekend, and I did not go to the Aston Villa game, but that's all right because instead I met David Moyes and Seamus Coleman, and I talked to James Tarkovsky for a little bit, where he said that he loves Nashville. So if we want to start the James Tarkovsky to Nashville SC rumor, we can do that right here as the future Walker Zimmerman replacement.
Did you talk to Rodrigo Pinheiro when you were there?
I did not.
Was Rodrigo Pinheiro in Atlanta?
Well, he plays for Everton, so
Well
He
done.
plays for Everton, Chile.
thank
Okay.
you. Come on.
He's a ruletero. That's what their nickname is called, Los Ruleteros.
I think that's beyond my knowledge of this
Agreed.
situation. My weekend was okay. I spent it mostly driving home and hung out with some friends last night. It was good. It's a good time.
There was another big thing that I did in Atlanta. I saw Tucker Hume.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I got to walk through the Jim Henson collection at the Center for Puppetry Arts, and there was a massive big bird at the end of that collection. So I took a photo with Tucker Hume before I had to go see the big guy before I went to the Everton game against Man United.
Which how they do against Man United, by the way.
It's a 2-2 draw, an atrocious penalty call for Man United's first goal, and a pure banter goal for Everton to equalize it in the second half. Bruno Fernandes goes in on. I just want to say because it's very funny. Bruno Fernandes goes in from behind on Iliman Ndiaye, like in a friendly, and so Ndiaye turns around and starts shoving him. And meanwhile, half United is watching them shove each other, and then Everton just keeps playing the ball forward, and then a United guy turns it in his own net for an own goal. It's amazing.
Seems like a preseason game. Sounds like
Yeah,
fun.
very much, very much so, very much so. Who doesn't love a banter goal?
Over the weekend, I just have a question, obviously, because this has been going on. Have either of you watched a single minute of Leagues Cup matches so far?
Live, no. Highlights, yes.
Okay, fantastic. That's all I needed to
Yeah.
know.
Same.
Because like, there's, I mean, one of the best goals I've ever seen in existence from Seattle, like a
Yeah.
highlight, obviously. But I'm just making sure that none of us also spent any time watching the Leagues Cup.
Yeah, I do think I mean we've talked about this competition a lot, but I'm not gonna give it a whole lot of time. I do think the idea of getting Mexican teams and MLS teams to play against each other is a good idea. I'm not sure of this execution. This format is crazy. Top four from 18 go through. What? But you don't play the same teams. You don't even play the same league. I don't know. I am not bought in at all this year. I mean, last year I was barely bought in. The year before I only bought in because Nashville were in the final. Let's be honest. So, yeah, my interest in this competition not only is it going down, is nearing non-existent at this point. Maybe I'll watch the, I guess, what do you call it, playoffs, like second round, whatever.
Whatever it's called. For me, I had a
Same.
good weekend. I've been moving into my new spot in a lot over the weekend, so that was fun. I did take a little bit of a break to go watch the new Naked Gun movie, though. It is fantastic. If you are a fan of that type of comedy, please go see it.
My friend's in that movie.
Huh?
Literally, one of my college friends is in that movie.
Oh, really? That's great.
He's
You should go
he's
support your
OJ's
college
kid.
friend and go see the movie.
He's playing OJ's kid.
All
That's a
right,
true story.
yes.
It
But anywho, go see the
completely
movie.
shocked me. Completely shocked me in the trailer.
Go see go see the movie for Clay's college friend, and just because it's hilarious. But yeah, that was the weekend. Nashville SC had a friend. Normally we talk about the matches in the first segment, but I think we're going to talk about the matches now because I have some fun for Clay and Valair prepared in the next segment. Let's just talk about the friendly now. Valair, even though you were not there, did you pay the $8.75 to join Aston Villa TV to stream the match?
As a journalist and a media publication, 615 Soccer did purchase
Oh my
a
god. But
Aston Villa Game Pass.
I was not a part
Uh,
of the approval process for these funds.
you are
615
not high enough
Soccer's.
on the chain, my friend. I'm sorry to tell you that.
Wow.
This was a. I'm pretty sure Ben just bought it one day. I don't know. He sent me the credentials, and I was like so thankful because I thought I wasn't gonna watch any of it, but then I ended up again making it home, pretty much right around time for kickoff. So, um,
Wait, hold
and
up. Were
yeah.
you were one person able to buy the credentials, and then anybody that had access to the credentials was able to watch the stream?
Well, I was the only one watching it live because Ben was in the stadium and Chris was not around to watch. So I don't know if more than one screen. We never tested it out. We talked about it. We never tested it out. I don't know. Look, Aston Villa TV, don't come for me. I have no idea. I was the only one watching it live. I believe you can watch the replay. I think. I don't know. However, I will say this: if you haven't seen the match, the highlights are on the 615 Soccer YouTube channel. So just go in there. And if you scroll down, you'll see about 10,000 or so Aston Villa fans absolutely fuming in the comments. It is kind of hilarious. Check it out. I think they think their season is going to be in shambles based on those comments. It has blown up in Birmingham, UK. But you can watch the video here and see the highlights and see a couple of pretty good goals for Nashville SC. Overall, that game, it was more exciting, I think, than a lot of people thought. And it provided a little bit more back and forth than it was anticipated, especially after that starting lineup was announced. Oh, I can keep
Yeah,
talking
I
about the
think
game if no one else
Clay,
wants to.
no,
anything?
no. I just preseason games. It's hard to get a real read on anything, and what you do is you look for moments that you can focus on or storylines that you can focus on that are indicative of something that, like for in Nashville's case, that they could take forward. Like Aston Villa is looking to put players in uncomfortable positions and see how they respond to it. Nashville SC is kind of looking at it the same way, but they're doing it with their reserves. And so, seeing a reserve Nashville SC team take on an Aston Villa side in the Premier League that had a very good season and has had a few very good seasons in a row, um, you just want to see signs of growth that they can play that the Nashville SC players can play at a level that maybe they haven't shown so far. And I think that is the type of game where it presented that way. You don't want to read too far into it because obviously the stakes don't exist in for either team in such a match. But certainly, if you're an NSC fan, you're looking at the young players who played, specifically like a Corcoran, and you're going, "Well, that's exactly what I wanted to see in this game." And for just the spectacle of it, having an MLS team going out and doing well against Aston Villa, even in a meaningless game, does help raise the profile. And I talked about it last week a little bit. Like, these are also showcases for MLS clubs when they are playing English teams. Like, it's a showcase of the club and the things that are available at the club to players when they go into recruitment rooms for players overseas. So I don't think there's anything bad out of that game happened for NSC. I think it was all good across the board.
Well, and I think number one, it was fantastic weather for a match. It wasn't anybody getting overly kind of, just exhaustion. It wasn't crazy. The weather was actually perfect for any sort of soccer match being played. Two, not a single Nashville player came off with an injury, which is also fantastic to see, especially given the fact that there were a few people playing. And then but like, I think you saw, it's just one of the things where you don't necessarily realize the caliber of player that Sam Surridge actually is in comparison to just some, playing against a team in the Premier League where that's where Sam Surridge did come from, where, he was kind of in the mix in and out with Nottingham about having a position or not, if he was going to be a striker for the future. You actually saw the quality that he's able to provide, against, any sort of opponent, including, a Premier League opponent. So I think it's cool to see matches come like this to Nashville. Um, I think people need to chill out when it comes to the amount of people that were at the match and the Nashville support that was there. There's been a lot of backlash from people about which it's ridiculous. This is a friendly, just like it's a long season for the players. It's a long season for the fans as well, where we are in the mix. We are giving it our all for these meaningful matches where the players need us. I'm sorry, for a friendly match, most of the times I'm not going to go.
I think it's fair to say that that's a mostly online sort of thing, but it's kind of hard to have a go at the fans when literally the game before, an actual meaningful game in the game before, was probably the best environment that we've seen in Nashville in a few years.
Right.
So it's like the clubs tell the fans which games actually matter and which are important and which ones aren't. And the second you saw that lineup, everyone's like, okay, so this is not an important match, even though Nashville did all right. I mean,
Yeah.
it's you can't really get mad at fans treating a game that doesn't matter as if it's a game that doesn't matter.
Going back on the pitch just really quickly before we wrap up here, I did think it was impressive for Nashville that even with a reserve squad mostly, they were able to play their game. And I think that is actually, regardless of it being friendly, all that, blah, 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 we've talked about it. The fact that Nashville were able to play from the back when they wanted, press when they wanted, press in the right way for the most part, and not completely lose out to, players of the caliber of Ali Watkins or Leon Bailey. These are, world-class players by all measures. And being able to keep up the intensity and as well as like the play style of Nashville SC against the caliber of these players, that I think is something to take off from this game, something that these players can look back on and say, we did this against this caliber of players. We can do it against other caliber players in MLS. And again, this wasn't Nashville's back line was Bauer, Mayer, Meyer, and Palacios. Now, Mayer and Palacios obviously have played a lot. They're first team players, but Bauer and Meyer not really the starters. Acosta and Brugman in front of them in midfield. Again, not the starters usually, and then I can go on about the rest of the team. But it's really it was good to see that Nashville didn't compromise their play style. They didn't compromise even in a friendly to maybe just keep things simple and just sit back. And they played their game, and yes, it was a friendly, but it is nice to see. It was also good to see some other players come in, whether it was Jordan Knight, who I thought looked pretty good actually, And then Isaiah Jones came in, Adam Sipich came in. Those are guys we haven't really seen in a Nashville shirt all that much. So it was good to see them play. There was one player who was brought on the bench. Nashville brought 11 players on the bench, played 10 of them throughout the match. Do you guys, without looking, want to guess who was the one player who didn't make it onto the pitch?
Tate Schmidt.
He was not on the matchday squad.
No idea.
Eddie Taxeth. He was just sitting on the bench.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, but Adam Sipich, Isaiah Jones, Sam Surratt, Jordan Knight, Jacob Schaffelberg, Patrick Yazbek, Matthew Corcoran, Chris Applewhite, Andy Nahar, and Javier Valdez all made it. Couple of those first appearance for Nashville SC, so it's good to see. Yeah, it's a friendly. Don't over-index it, but also, it's not nothing. So that's really where I stand on this. Nashville get a week now to prepare for the next game. So, I wouldn't say it's a win-win, but they drew, so I don't know. It's a draw. That's all I got.
A draw. Love to see it. Clay, anything else?
Wait, was the Club America midseason friendly a 2-2 draw as well?
I know it went to penalties. I don't remember the score. It was a Leagues Cup showcase, I believe it was called.
Yeah, I'm just curious. Yeah, there's been 2 midseason friendlies, so I'm just like,
well, that's us talking about the friendly. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you were there, enjoyed watching it. Anything else that we want to talk about when it comes to the friendly? No?
No, but I will tell you that the Leagues Cup showcase match was a 3-3 draw. Josh Bauer,
3-3,
Luke Hawkinson, and Jack Mayer scored, while Jack Mayer scored his winning goal in the 89th minute to make it 3-2. Martinez from America scored in the 95th minute to make it 3-3 and go to penalties, because why do any of these matter? So Brandon Leal missed a penalty on that one, so there's that.
Well, again, hope you guys enjoyed the friendly if you were there. We're going to get back into MLS content, of course, starting this weekend as we have St. Louis away. But before we get into that, I want to have a little bit of fun with Clay Trainum and Valair Shabilla, and we're going to do that next right here on Pharmaceutical Soccer. Oh, we are back here at Pharmaceutical Soccer, of course, at Pharma Soccer on our Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Of course, please make sure you are checking.
Stephen.
I'm sorry?
Before we get started, Stephen, I just want everyone to know that Stephen has not told me or Valair about any of this. So if it's a train wreck, just keep in mind that it's all Stephen's fault.
Cool. Thank you for interrupting the promo. To say, you could have said that after I finished talking about 615soccer.com.
No, I'm starting it that way. I feel good about that.
Well, if you do want to tell us your thoughts about if this is garbage or not, please make sure you write us a 5-star review on iTunes or Apple Podcasts, whatever it's called nowadays. And if you want to give a 5-star shout out, we will read it on air. Of course, pharmasoccer.com for all your merch needs. But please make sure you are checking out 615soccer.com. Would love to have you be doing that. But first,
and in the spirit of that, Jason Yono said 4 days ago, good, really informative podcast. Thanks for the review, Jason.
I think it's extremely informative podcast as well. We're going to see how well Clay Trainum and Valair Shabilla have been informed over the years. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first Valair and Clay Nashville Trivia Showdown. This is a 3-round game. There are 3 rounds to this. Each round is going to have different questions based on a different category, and whoever has the 3rd round wins. Whoever takes it is going to win the competition. You guys ready for this?
Wait, no. What are the rules?
I will go to the rules between each specific category when we get
there.
Well,
you can't ask, are you ready for this, and not explain the rules.
I will get there. Are you ready for the game itself? I
am ready to hear about the rules for the game, yes.
Fantastic.
Wrong timing on the question. That's all I'm saying.
Round 1. is going to be a question, National SC questions about which player is older. I'm going to give you two players. You're going to tell me which player is older. You both will have the chance to guess, but it will flip flop who gets the first guess. So for this first round, I am going to give Clay the first guess, and then you'll flip flop for each player. There are five players. There are five sets of players that we're going to go through, and whoever has the most points wins this round. Are you guys ready?
Mm-hmm.
Clay, who is older, Jesse and Palacios or Gaston Brugman?
Palacios.
Valair.
Gaston Brugman.
Palacios is 31. Gaston Brugman is 32. So it is.
I legit thought 32 for Palacios, so I feel like not bad about that.
I thought he was
Val-
28, so I was really off. But hey, that helped me.
Valair gets the first points. Valair, you get to start off this one. Who is older, Johnny Perez or Julian Gaines?
Johnny Perez.
Yeah, it's Perez.
Johnny Perez, born in January of 2002, while Julian Gaines was born in November. Both 22 years old, but Johnny Perez is older. Congratulations. Both of you get a point. Clay, who is older, Sam Surridge or Alex Moyle?
Alex Moyle.
Yeah, Alex Moyle.
That is a point for both of you as well. Sam Surridge, 27. Alex Moyle, 29. Valair, who is older, Walker Zimmerman or Taylor Washington?
That's a good one. I feel like they were both born in the same year that I was born, or like around it. Either one or Taylor Washington is older.
Clay,
I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna go with Washington as well.
you are both wrong. Walker Zimmerman is 32. Taylor Washington is 31.
Okay, neither of them were born in the year I was born. Never mind.
All
They
right,
were
so
both. That's
I
off.
knew they were both. Knew they were both in their 30s, but I just couldn't place.
all right, last one. Currently, Valair is up 1 point at the current moment. Last one, I believe. Who went first? So Valair, you get the first. No, Clay gets first dibs at this one. Clay, who is older, Josh Bauer or Jack Mayer?
Josh Bauer.
Jack Mayer.
Josh Bauer is 27. Jack Mayer is 25. So that means Clay ties it up. I do have one tiebreaker. So we will have to go with the tiebreaker here. Yes, I even prepared a tiebreaker. That's how prepared I was for this episode.
Well, you know what? I just added Bauer and Mayer both came in around the same time, but Mayer came in early from college.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, Bauer didn't come from college. He came from Atlanta United too. So
But I'm just saying, like they came in around the same time, but Mayer only played like 2 years of college.
yeah.
Okay. Tiebreaker that we do have for this one. So that means Valair, you get to go first. Who is older, Andrew Carlton or Javier or Xavier Valdez?
Uh, Valdez is older.
Wait, Andrew Carlton?
Alan, the Carlton that plays for us, not Andrew Carlton. Sorry, my bad. Not the other guy. Not the other
I was gonna
Carlton.
say, Andrew Carlton is definitely older.
Alan Carlton.
Apologies
Valdez is
to
older.
the Carlton family for mixing up your children. I've done it before on this show. I'm sorry.
Clay.
Yeah, Valdez is older.
Wait, what?
I was you said which one is older? I said Valdez.
It is Valdez. That is correct for both of you.
So do you have another
It's not a
tiebreaker?
good
I do
tiebreaker.
not have another
It's
tiebreaker.
not a
We'll
good-
get to another
You
tiebreaker
should-
later. Currently, the game is tied. You guys are awesome at this. Congrats. Round number.
You have to do. Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. Tie game, 1-1.
It is tie at the current moment. If I have to do I have other tiebreakers for the end if I need to do that, so don't worry. Round 2. But you guys, you see, we're having fun here at the current moment. It's not as bad of a game as you guys think. It's kind of fun, isn't it? Round number 2. Valair, you are going to get first go at this. This has to deal with our MLS team's colleges that they played for.
Oh, come on.
I am going to give you a college, a specific university, and you're going to tell me what player I am talking about. You will go back and forth until the player is named. Whoever gets, if you get it first guess, you get the point, but we will go back and forth until you
Before
guys.
we get started, I really hope the third category of this game is something I'm good at and Clay is not. Because picking a college thing for a guy who's worked in colleges his entire professional career versus me, who went to one college my entire career,
I
just unfair.
I don't think so. I think you would be better about this than you think you actually are. So, first
I
one,
disagree, but go on.
and I'm giving you first guess for a reason. Valair, University of Denver.
Does this include USL players or current players or what
This
are we
is
talking about?
current MLS players.
Current Nashville SC MLS players. University of Denver has to be Joe Willis.
That is correct.
Let's
Valair
go!
does get the point.
Let's go. I have no idea how I
Yeah.
knew that. I don't even know.
I knew it was Joe Willis, and I'm so annoyed you said it.
I generally have
so
no idea how
annoyed.
I knew that.
Clay,
Something
I'm
deep
so
down
mad about
triggered.
I'm so mad about that.
Clay,
This
University
was
of
all
Akron,
fun.
Ohio.
Like I knew it the whole time. What was it?
University of Akron, Ohio.
That'd be Akron University.
Yes.
Yeah, or University of Akron. Actually, it's not University of Akron, Ohio. Either way, it's Teal Bunbury. Go Zips.
That is Teal Bunbury. That is correct. Valair, University of Georgetown. Georgetown University.
Taylor
It'd
Washington?
be Georgetown University.
That is wrong.
That is incorrect. It's Alex Moyle.
That is correct. Clay does get the points for
North
that.
His
Eastern boys.
teammate at Georgetown, by the way, former leading scorer for Nashville SC in 2018.
Yes, I learned this through my research of playing this game. That would be one Brandon Allen. That is correct.
Yeah.
No extra points though.
No. Okay, Clay. University of New Hampshire.
Ooh. Trying to go through my head here on it's more going through the roster and trying to remember who's on the roster.
It's Sam Surge, Clay. Say it.
No. I don't think this is right. So I'm just going to say Tate Schmidt.
It is not Tate Schmidt. Valair, your guess.
Yeah.
University of New Hampshire.
Give me a second. I'm thinking, calculating. How about?
That's okay. This is just an audio podcast for you guys.
Okay, how about Josh Bauer?
Josh Bauer is correct.
Let's go.
Josh Bauer is correct.
Let's go.
So just to recap for the fans, he corrected me and told me that Josh Bauer didn't go to a university.
No. I never said that.
Literally.
I said he came to
Literally.
Nashville from Atlanta United too. That's all I
Yeah.
said. I didn't say he didn't go to college.
Okay.
No, I just said he came to Nashville from Atlanta United too.
Anywho, yes,
I let that get in my head.
Born in New Hampshire, went to the University of New Hampshire for college. Valair, you get the chance for this last one specifically.
Okay.
University of California.
Oh, Wyatt Meyer.
That is correct. Valair
Yeah.
takes the college university game round. Congratulations for that one. That was an upset of the century. Had no idea that that was happening.
The only one I actually knew about was Wyatt Meyer. I just want to say that.
Yeah,
The other
you
two,
ended with a rookie. You ended with a rookie. That's nonsense. It's literally the guy who just drafted.
It's okay, Clay. You still have one more round to figure this out. And round 3. Valair got first dibs, so Clay, you're gonna get first dibs. Where are they now? Is the third category. I'm gonna
I like
give
that.
you an occupation or a team of a former, and you're gonna tell me what player specifically I am talking about. Okay?
Okay.
And of
Okay.
course, because it's former, this can include, and at some points probably will include USL players.
Yes.
Okay? So, Clay, your first one. Miami FC.
Bolu Akinyode.
That is correct for Clay. Clay does get one. Valair, you are next. Who is the head coach of the women's Norwegian football team Rosenborg Vinner?
The Norwegian.
Yes.
Schrute.
Robin
Yeah.
Schrute is correct.
Let's
Yeah.
go. Let's go. I know this only because Clay has talked about it, I think. I don't think I would have done it otherwise.
Yeah. You know what? It's funny. Valair's winning this, but I feel like I'm still coming out ahead in the way it's playing out. This is very much.
Well, we don't know who's, I mean, at the current moment,
This
yes.
is a played well in a 2-2 draw.
And also,
on
I just
my
need to
end over here.
just make sure you do give one answer, just one answer the entire time. Just only give one answer. Clay, San Antonio FC.
Ooh. That is there's a couple options in my head, so it's good that you said that because I'm sitting here. London Woodbury?
Not correct. Valair.
Luke Hawkinson.
Valair is correct with
Yeah,
Luke
that's it.
Hawkinson.
That's it. Yeah.
Clay. There is one other
Mhm.
player that plays for San Antonio FC. Who is it?
Oh, I'm spacing on his name. Did he play in the 2018 season?
No, don't tell him.
I'm not
Don't
giving
tell him.
hints. I'm not giving hints. I'll give you guys one.
He's got the point. He's got the point.
No,
So,
No, this is a new one.
This is a new. This is a point as well.
oh, it's a new one. Okay, fair enough. I didn't realize it was a new one. Uh, yeah, no clue.
Valair, do you want to take a guess?
Do I just guess I don't lose any points?
No, you don't lose any points.
Okay. Let's go with I know this is wrong. No, I'm not gonna say that. What about Jack Sparrow? Not Jack Sparrow. What's his first name? Sorry.
Connor Sparrow.
Connor Sparrow. Sorry, apologies.
Sparrow.
Connor Sparrow. Yes.
That is not correct as well. I will give you a hint. Nobody points for this, but I will give a hint. He was on our MLS roster.
Oh.
Do you guys want to give up?
Yeah, this isn't good radio.
Yeah. I don't know.
Jimmy Madronda currently also plays for San Antonio FC.
Oh.
That is actually a deep cut. Wow. Would not have guessed that.
8 minutes in his career within SC.
Yeah.
Yes. All right. So I gave Clay first shot at that one. Valair, you are next. Who is currently a senior associate for Cushman and Wakefield? He does commercial real estate nowadays.
I feel like it's somebody we talked about earlier in the show. I'll go with Tucker Hume.
Tucker Hume is correct. It would be Tucker
Yeah.
Hume specifically that does have that job.
Shout out Tucker Hume. Go buy a real estate from him or whatever. I don't know.
Clay.
No free shout outs.
At least one more week. We'll see.
Clay, Orange County Soccer Club.
Ooh. Orange County Soccer Club. Man, I don't care. Let's see. I don't know.
Okay.
I got it.
Valair.
Ethan Zubak.
That is correct. It is Ethan Zubak who plays for Orange
That
County
makes
SC.
sense.
Also, leave it for Clay to start losing and then just say, I don't care.
I know.
No, I don't care about Ethan Zubak.
So at the current moment,
Blair's winning.
Clay only has the ability to tie the game at the moment. So we'll see. There are 3 more players left on my list. It is currently 4-1. Valair is up. So Clay could pull an epic comeback and make a draw, but honestly, I'm not sure if that's going to happen. Clay, you do get first dibs of this one for Vancouver Whitecaps.
Uh, I had a different name, but he's not there anymore. Who the hell's there?
Well, I feel like Clay is pulling a me right now. Like, what is happening?
I think the pressure is getting to him.
I do
Because
too.
once I say this name, he's going to be annoyed.
Yeah, I know I'm going to be annoyed, and honestly, I am furious because I've known so many of the ones Valair's gotten and not known the ones come to me, and it's I'm still mad about the last round for the college player. That's what's gotten to me. Yeah. Fafa's not there anymore, so I'm out.
Valair.
Daniel Rios.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that one hurts.
Yeah.
That one
I knew you were
hurts.
not going to like that. I
That
think
one
that
hurts.
means I win, right?
That is correct.
Yeah, but let's keep going.
I'm gonna round it out though, just because I want to.
Yep.
Just because I think these next 2 are kind of fun.
Also, if I can win
there's a fun-
7-1, that'll be better than 5-1.
7-1 is better.
Yeah.
Clay, it goes back to.
There's a fun one that Stephen hasn't said, and I'm just curious if he has it on the list or not.
We'll see. We'll see
There's
if
a
it's on the
couple
list.
fun ones actually.
Clay, what
Let's
other
Valairs
player?
go.
What other former Nashville SC player plays for Vancouver Whitecaps? I don't think you'll get it.
I'm not going to get it if I didn't get one.
Valair, can you get it?
Can you ask your last question and then I'll come back to this?
I will just. It is a USL player, and it is a goalkeeper.
Connor Sparrow.
Not Connor Sparrow.
No, is it oh god.
CJ Cocker?
He won golden. No, he won Golden Glove in USL like for 2 years. It might be him. What was his name? Because he was with Sacramento.
Not Danny Vitello.
He was our 3rd string. What?
Not Danny Vitello, but it was like Danny Vitello was the one that played for Sacramento that won. But
yeah,
no.
he won Gold Glove a couple years.
Adrian Zendejas.
Zendejas.
Oh, cool.
Adrian Zendejas. He is the backup keeper in Vancouver. Had no idea that either.
Oh, yeah.
And then, last but not least, this one messed with me because it was wild. I have no idea. Who plays for the LA Galaxy?
Plays as in on the roster?
On the roster.
Because that will change a lot.
He is on the roster. I'll let Clay go first if he has a guess. I'll just let you guys guess specifically.
I mean, it's already decided, so we're not. He's won. But I thought you were going to go with a more fun thing. So I'm going to ask you, Stephen, one after this.
Okay.
Let me get a hint on the Galaxy one.
He was on our MLS roster.
Position?
Goalkeeper.
Oh.
Dun, 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 dun.
Oh, guy who came from Chicago, right?
If you say
Kid.
Connor Sparrow again, I'm going to
No,
smack you in the face.
Connor Sparrow did play for Chicago Fire though, at
I
one
know.
point.
I know
Yeah.
this. That's why I said if you say Connor Sparrow again, I'm going to smack you in the face.
No. I don't know. I'm out. I'm out. We can't keep the listeners here.
That would be Brady Scott, who
That's the
is
guy. That's the kid.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
that's him.
Valair was on the right track then.
Yeah,
who
Brady
is
All right,
Scott.
Stephen.
But all I could think about is the other Brady who currently plays in Chicago, and I was like, that can be true. Chris Brady, right? Isn't that his
Tom?
name? Chris,
Yeah.
the goalkeeper.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
Sorry.
Stephen,
Yes.
barista.
Ken Tribbett. Absolutely. That one was going to be
I
too
thought you were
easy.
going to go that one. College athletics marketing representative.
Justin Smith.
no,
Justin Davis.
Davis.
Justin Davis. It's fine. What, are we just going to go through all
All
of
right.
these?
Save the rest. Save the rest.
Too easy.
We might need
now?
to play a game again later in the season. Okay?
No, I need different. There's going to be different categories. But Nashville Realtor, like, what are we going to do? Just go through this? Bradley Bourgeois, obviously. But now we're just going to go through all of these. No, it's fine. Again, I did a lot of research. Trust me, I went through a lot of Instagrams to figure out what these people are now doing in some instances, and I'm not happy about what I found in some instances. So, I hope you guys had fun. Valair, congratulations. You are the winner of the
Thank
first
you.
ever trivia challenge. If you had
No,
fun,
second. I think we keep track of Clay's is next to manage the game coming up whenever we
Yes.
do it again. I have a win. Clay has a win. Now Stephen has an opportunity to get a win as well.
Yes, absolutely.
I think Valair technically you have 2 wins because I did a trivia thing between you two.
Like years
last year,
ago.
the year before. Last year, the year before. So I think technically Valair has 2 wins. I don't. That being said, I know I got smoked on the last round, but I still don't feel like I did bad.
Well, we're going to come back in the next segment and talk about the MLS match that we do have coming up, as well as any other things that we do have to talk about. I don't know what else we have to talk about, but we're going to do that next, right here on Pharmaceutical Soccer.
Just for the record, and you can leave this in, Omari. The next round is 6 degrees of Aces Soccer, and you better both be on your game.
I gotta start reading up. I don't know when this is coming.
Hello, everybody. Again, welcome to Pharmaceutical Soccer. So happy to have you here. Hope you enjoyed the trivia game that we played in the second segment. I hope you beat Valair and Clay. I was actually very impressed with Valair's performance. I'm not going to lie. Way better in a lot of ways than I thought it was going to be. Of course, at PharmaSoccer on our Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Of course, 615soccer.com. And pharmasoccer.com for merch. So please make sure to go check all of that out. Also, please go check out On Air with Valair. Valair just recently did a sit down with Eddie Tagseth that I thought was really cool and entertaining to see. Yeah, so please make sure you go check that out. Did you guys have fun in the last segment? I thought it was a good time.
Yeah, it was fun. I liked it.
Cool. Yeah.
Cool. I
would
also
like
won,
more if the players were switched,
which makes it really fun when I win.
Yeah.
I think I learned.
I still can't believe you pulled Joe Willis there. I'm still
for the University of Denver.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I think it's because I either listened to his podcast he was on or something where he mentioned living in Denver. And I think I honestly, like, if you had asked me what college Joe Willis went to, I wouldn't have been able to answer you. It came from like nowhere. I have no idea.
Well, before we kind of just talk about St. Louis, do we have anything else that we need to mention in terms of just soccer in general? Leagues Cup, MLS standings, maybe Sun coming to LAFC soon to be announced potentially. Anything to cover really? I don't know.
There's a lot of storylines going on out there with this summer transfer window overall, but in all honesty, with the Leagues Cup, I think we've talked enough about the Leagues Cup in this episode.
there is a here's a piece of trivia for you guys. Um, so obviously there's like these big signings coming, and there's a tweet out there that went moderately viral about the within MLS about the Messi effect of players coming to MLS,
Mhm.
which anybody who's watched the league for longer than 5 minutes would realize that big time players have always come to MLS at some
Right.
point in their career. Uh, there have been 4 Ballon d'Or winners that have played in MLS. Can you name any of the other three? One is obvious. Two are not so obvious.
Stoichkov.
That's one that Valair, I think, was the only one I would have imagined to get that one.
Did Thierry Henry win a Ballon d'Or at
No,
all?
no.
No, he did not.
Nedved won it in 2004 because UEFA is corrupt, but we'll hold that for a different day.
Like Frank Lampard hasn't. Andrea Pirlo hasn't
No,
won one, has he?
No.
there's
Am I
one
going to know
fairly
any of
obvious
them?
one. You're going to know one of them. There's one that's fairly obvious.
Oh, Ricardo Kaká.
Yeah,
That's
Kaká.
2. I need one more.
He played one season in 2000, and he was mostly dreadful.
He was mostly what?
German. Dreadful. He was German.
I got nothing.
Yeah, I'm
Valair,
done.
can you think more out loud? Like, at
Lothar
least when
Matthäus.
Clay thinks, as like there's talking going on while Clay is thinking, Valair just gets extremely quiet when he's thinking. It
No,
makes it tough for a
I
trivia volume, like on a
The
podcast.
answer is Lothar Matthäus.
Matthäus. How is?
Yeah,
I should have known that. I should
yeah.
have known that.
Came over the same year as Stoichkov.
Yeah. Why are we doing trivia in the third segment? This was supposed to be something else.
I don't
No, it was just we were talking about stories, and I was just like, a lot of people don't realize that there have been 3 other Ballon d'Or winners in MLS.
Yeah.
So it's just a fun thing to think about.
Speaking of Ballon d'Ors, we play St. Louis on Saturday. That has nothing to do with anything. I was just making a away trip to St. Louis. I do think it is something to talk about that I do want to spend a little bit of time about, because we as fans, I think even Valair, before becoming a journo that doesn't care about the fans specifically, has cared about making this away trip to St. Louis for many, probably since St. Louis was a team. We've been extremely excited for this trip. I'm excited. I'm going on Saturday, so I'm excited to be there. Is anybody else going to St. Louis this weekend?
I will not be in St. Louis, but I will be in New York the following weekend.
I am driving halfway there and not driving the second half there.
What?
He's going to Evansville.
I'm going to Evansville.
Got you. Okay, well that makes sense. Shows which one is actually
Are
showing.
you going, Stephen?
Yes, I am actually. I am showing. I'm
And
sorry?
I heard that the supporters groups have a bus going as well.
That is correct. The supporters
correct?
group do have a bus. Apparently, the report is we're going to have about 70 fans there. It's not
Okay.
terrible whatsoever.
Good.
I'm sure
Can
we'll
people
have.
still sign up to get on the bus?
Yes, I believe so. Do not quote me on that though, but I do believe they do have the ability to still sign up if they want to get on the bus. But y'all, seriously, away trips are so much fun. It literally is just the best way to meet people, get personal with people, just see other places. If you do have the ability to go, please, honestly, Clay and Valair and I have had some of our best memories on just specific away trips, being a part of this club and
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah,
So if you do have the
Chicago,
ability to do it, go.
Philadelphia, all of the great away trips
No.
that we've done together.
No, I do want to echo this and go to your supporters groups. Steven can talk about supporters groups all day, but just go to your supporters group that you're part of. And if you're not part of a supporter group, sign up if you want to learn more about all this bus talk and all these trips, because I do think it makes a difference when you go with a group like that and you're kind of, together. Obviously, if you're spending more time there and you want to spend, a weekend in St. Louis or New York or whatever, and you're finding your own way to get there. But if you want a really easy way to get there and back, having these opportunities with a bus is something that doesn't happen often. And, it's a good opportunity for you to make a trip with fairly easy access.
So just a fun short story here about the last supporters bus to St. Louis. Uh, this was in USL in 2019, where I was picked up in Clarksville because my car had died. It's a long story. It involves my dad almost dying, so it's like kind of a sad story in some ways, but he survived. And on this bus was how the conversation got started for the launch of La Brigada. So it was literally a conversation that happened on the bus back from St. Louis after a wonderful 1-0 loss to St. Louis FC. But that was a that was where the conversation started. So fun things do happen. Like on the way there, obviously it's fun. Everyone's having a good time. But then like people sort of realize, being around each other and maybe trying to create their own thing, that sort of thing can happen on these buses as well. And now that's the uh, one of the foundational members of the back line was literally formed on a bus to St. Louis in 2019, or the idea started. So, cool things happen. Cool things can happen on those buses.
And while we're talking about off the pitch stuff, I want to throw in that the St. Louis City FC Stadium, um, it's actually a really nice stadium. I've been to it for a non-Nashville game, obviously, because they've never played there before. But this is the first trip for Nashville SC there, and it's a really, really nice stadium. It's smaller than Geodis Park, but it's more intimate in a way. And you go down it; it's kind of underground, really, the way it's built up. But it's a really nice stadium, and generally there's good atmosphere there. They have been dreadful this season, so I don't know how the atmosphere is going to be, but honestly one of the best atmospheres in stadium I've been to in MLS, so highly recommend.
Also, St. Louis FC is trending on certain platforms out there uh, for things. So
Oh,
keep your eye out for for certain maybe bad actors that might be around the St. Louis game on this weekend.
Awesome. Well, I mean, speaking of the team, St. Louis is absolutely dreadful this year. Have had a couple injuries specifically, but since getting rid of their manager last season, was it last season or this season? It was last season,
they
right?
got rid of their manager last season, they got rid of their manager this season, who replaced
Yes,
them. So yeah,
absolutely.
there's a lot of work there.
And how is Bradley Carnell doing now? He's failing, right? No, that's right. He's not. Sorry.
He he proved he wasn't the problem. If you look at what Philadelphia is doing, I think he proved that he wasn't the problem. There's It's an interesting build from a team perspective for St. Louis, and worked out pretty well for them in the first year. But ever since that first sort of honeymoon phase, and really it's the first half of their first year of existence that was like really good, and then it's been downhill really, really badly since then. They are in contention for the wooden spoon this year. Not a whole lot of superstars, not a whole lot of, firepower. Even the attackers they signed who do play well just can't do enough. Berkey in goal, big name, but he's a 34-year-old goalkeeper. How much do you expect from him?
It's weird they haven't signed Manuel Veth to be their manager, because that's a really weird Twitter poll. I'm sorry. He said that if you give him some time with Bundesliga 2, he'd run.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah, it is a tweet that has aged quite poorly since the
right,
first
right.
year of St. Louis City FC.
Well,
Well, let's
it,
give your go ahead,
yeah,
Blair.
no, predictions are fine. Yeah, we can go into predictions. We don't need to keep talking about St. Louis City. It's
Yeah,
okay.
so Valair, give your prediction, plug, all that stuff.
Yeah, so go to @Valair Shabila on Twitter, Instagram, and Blue Sky. Find me there. Make sure to follow. Make sure you're following 615 Soccer on everything. Really been a great year for us at 615 Soccer, and you've helped make it great. So thank you so much for everybody who subscribed. But if you haven't subscribed, this is your moment to do that. My prediction is going to be a Nashville win. It's going to be a 2-1 win for Nashville SC, with both goals from Sam Surridge as he leads the Golden Boot race by the end of next weekend.
Clay.
All right, so you can follow me at Clay Lasso on Twitter and Instagram. Before I forget, I just want to shout out Alex William Wynn and Matthew Holloway, who both left comments on Spotify for the last Pharma episode. Alex William Wynn shouted out a basketball arena in Indiana that I refuse to acknowledge because it goes against my brand, and Matthew Holloway. I talked about former players, which we actually did on this show through these games. So as for how the game goes, I think it's just a return to form for Nashville SC. I'm going to go 3-1. Um, the Surge, Honey, and ooh, Palacios get on the score sheet. How about that?
Palacios. Okay. All right. Of course, at PH Stephen HD for all my stuff. Yeah, that's there. I'm gonna go 2-0 win. I think we're gonna get a shutout here, and Hani Mukhtar is gonna score 2 goals to really battle up with Sam Surridge for an MVP shutout. So I think it'll be fun. Thank you guys again so much for listening to the show. We appreciate it. We'll be back next week to talk about that match and more. Thank you so much. Have a great rest of your week.